What are the key steps that a groomer uses? It's a gradual, calculated process. We have in our mind that for a kid to be exploited, that they've got to be grabbed from the other side of the fence. Your kid's playing safely in their front yard and somebody drives up in a white van and they jump out and they grab your child and they whisk them away and they're gone for the next 3 years. I'm not saying that doesn't happen, but the more commonplace is that over time, that calculated, gradual process, maybe they bring them to their house or bring them to a place, and just gradually, maybe by viewing pornography or showing them pornography or just in their language, as they begin that process of reprogramming the brain, I'd like to call it, they quickly try to taint their purity and help them think in a whole different way. They target their victim. Offender targets a victim by sizing up a child's vulnerability. We've often said that human trafficking is very simply the exploitation of vulnerabilities. That vulnerability could be emotional, it could be a social need or a physical need. It could be that they're isolated. Again, it could be that low self-esteem or that low self-confidence. Children are vulnerable simply because they're children. Kids, I know they think they do. They feel like they know everything. But you and I both know that they don't. But there again, that child with the less parental involvement or oversight in their life is that much more vulnerable. A kid without an authority figure that they can trust. Not just respect, but trust. Secondly, they will gain that victim's trust. After they figure out the vulnerability, I often like to paint the picture of this door. And once a predator can figure out what is the correct door to open to gain access into that kid's life, they now need to find out how to unlock that door and how to get in past that natural, innate trust factor that's in all of us. That sex offender or groomer or recruiter will gain trust by watching the information and talking with that child and gaining and gleaning information about their life, what they like, what they don't like. In this regard, a sex offender will mix that effortless and responsible caretakers mentality because they want to generate that, hey, I can be trusted, I'm that warm. But they do it all in that calibrated way of, if that child gets a little uncomfortable, we back up just a little bit. So that constant communication from parent to child. When a kid comes home from a sleepover, when your child comes home from being at a friend's house, engage in conversation. And again, going back to that there are no secrets in our house. We talk about everything. This is a safe place. Once they've figured out that lock and they've jumped over that trust wall, now they find out what is the deepest vulnerability. Where is that need that I can fulfill that it seems like nobody else is fulfilling? That's why it's important for us as parents to talk with our kids, to watch our kids, to be involved in their lives, be involved in their activities. That collaborated effort between mom and dad and grandpa and grandma and aunts and uncles and that extended family. It's important for that circle to be wide and large, but tight and close as well.
For more information about how you, your business, or your community can be empowered to recognize and report human trafficking and the sexual exploitation of minors, or how you can protect the kids in your life against victimization, visit us at americaunchained.org. The America Unchained Project, empowering everyone to take their place in the fight against human trafficking and the sexual exploitation of minors.